And good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How's everybody doing this morning? My name is Eric McKinley, and I am the Director of Program Development of National Business Builders. Happy first day of February. This is the start of Black History Month, and hope everybody's out there that's doing well out there. I hope you had a restful and peaceful weekend and a restful night. To those of you who are business owners, hopefully you will get some value out of this. To the consumers, hopefully you'll understand some of the things that business owners go through, whether they are Black owned or not. So do me a favor, as you jump on, drop your city and your state. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Like it, share it, and tag someone. Once again, like it, share it, and tag someone. If you are just jumping on, my name is Eric McKinley. I am the Director of Program Development of National Business Builders. And if you don't know me by now, I like to touch a lot of the subjects that many people do not want to talk about. And I think this is something that we all should discuss. So before I get into this, that I have several non-Black business associates, okay? And I hope that they would understand why I'm doing this call. So this is not to offend anybody or any of our potential customers, that we may have in the near future. But this is something that I feel that I need to talk about, that needs to be heard by our community and also by a lot of the people that are in our circles. So I don't speak for anyone else other than myself right now and representing our company as far as the discussion that we have on these discussions and the topics. So this is going to be a doozy. Let's discuss the elephant in the room, ladies and gentlemen. Let's discuss the elephant in the room. Now, if you're not a Black person or brown person, and you don't own a business, then you won't understand what I'm about to say. You won't understand it. But if you are, however, a Black-owned business or a brown business, other than white business, you may very well understand what I'm about to say. Okay? So, first day of February kicks off Black History Month. What does that mean? A lot of people don't even know. A lot of Black people don't even know, and that's unfortunate. For years, I didn't understand the movement of the Black history, the plight of Black History Month, and understanding what the history means, and it's because a lot of things have been stripped from us, and that's a whole nother conversation, a whole nother topic. Right now, I want to talk to business owners, Black-owned businesses, and the customers which we would love to support us. So let's talk about the elephant in the room. Here it is. Why is it that Black-owned businesses almost always find themselves begging for their own community to support them? Hey, good morning, Quartina. Thanks for jumping on. I appreciate you listening and tuning in. Hopefully you've shared it. But why is it that Black-owned businesses always find themselves in a position to beg or convince or encourage their own community, people who look like them, to support their businesses? Well, I came up with a couple of things, and this was inspired actually about 3 o'clock in the morning. This morning, I woke up and I thought about it. I was like, what am I going to talk about? What am I going to talk about? And I thought about it because we're leading into Black History Month, and we have a lot of Black-owned businesses, and I see what's happened in 2020, and also the years previously with the community, with the Black-owned community or the Black community. There's a lot of disparaging remarks and a lot of snide remarks and a lot of just a lot of tension in the community with the consumers and the business owners. So let's get to it. If you're a Black-owned business, you have similar or the same overhead as white businesses, especially if you're a small Black-owned business. So you have to think about how you can actually stay in business. Oftentimes when we start businesses, the only thing we think about is how we can make money. how we can make money. We don't, and this is just in general across the board. Okay, this is not just black businesses, but across the board, most businesses think about how they can make money. They think about how they can make money, because making money to them means being able to pay their bills. Making money to them means staying in business, but making money also to them means freedom. A lot of people want to break away from their jobs, but ultimately, we want to be a fixture in the community, or we should. We want to be the go-to people when people decide to buy, they're buying for us. And if you look at my background, my virtual background, that's a picture of Black Wall Street. Now, everybody knows, everybody who has heard of Black Wall Street, mostly they only know of Oklahoma. But a little bit of history was going to tell you that there was a prominent black area in every major city in the United States. Yeah, I did my research. And I found that out some time ago, but I did my research. Now let's talk about why people always talk about, or why black people always talk about, hey, we need to support each other. Well, the black dollar ultimately adds up to about 1.2 or $3 trillion in spending. That's about 1.2 to $1.3 trillion in spending. And what ends up happening is we end up having two businesses, one white owned and one black owned, or one black owned and one other than black owned. Now, the one that's other than black owned, they may have been in business for some time. They may have experience in business. They may have the ability to order supplies. They may have the ability to order products and be able to find the best avenue of ordering their products, which means they may get the best price. They may get them at a low price. And if you are cost effective as a business owner, guess what you can do? If you get a very, very low but high quality item, then you can sell it at a reasonable price and still make a profit. I've seen that in Walmart. I started at Walmart because Walmart pretty much lets people know they give small business owners and entrepreneurs opportunities to put their products in the stores. But if you're going to put your store in Walmart, I don't know if you noticed it, but if you're going to put your product in Walmart, you're going to take a loss. If you're not finding an opportunity to lower your costs, if you're not whatever you're producing, if it's not being mass produced at a low cost, you're gonna lose some money on that platform. So a lot of black business owners and small business owners opt not to even try to go that route. Although you get more exposure, and ultimately, if you can sell in quantity what your quality is, you ultimately end up making a lot of money. Well, let's talk about one of the reasons why blacks don't support each other. Jealousy. Ooh. So I told y'all, right? Let's talk about the elephant in the room. We are going to talk about some things that a lot of people don't want to discuss. There's a lot of animosity and jealousy in our community. We talk about moving up, and we talk about supporting each other. We talk about doing better and being in a better situation, a better position. But ultimately, there is some jealousy that's involved. Now, that's not just in the black community. That's in a lot of different communities. But we're talking about black-owned businesses and the support of black people supporting black businesses. A lot of it is jealousy. A lot of people are jealous that someone has taken the opportunity, or taken the chance, stepped out there on faith to create something, and they just didn't have the intestinal fortitude to see it through, or to take that chance, to take that opportunity. That's one thing. Something else is price. You hear a lot of black consumers saying, hey, I'm not going to deal with that person because it costs too much. Hold on for a second. I got something in my throat. I apologize. No, I'm not getting sick, but in the morning when I wake up, a lot of times my sinuses are acting up, so I apologize for that. But A lot of individuals, a lot of black-owned businesses will not deal, a lot of black consumers will not deal with black-owned businesses because of price. See, as a consumer, most people don't understand how to look past the price and look at the quality. Most consumers don't even understand that as a new business owner, you're going to have a lot of overhead because you're just getting started. You may not have the connections. You may not have the ability to do the research and look for a quality product at a lower price. Therefore, what ends up happening is you end up spending a lot of money to get started in business. You end up spending a lot of money to keep products on the shelf. You end up spending a lot of money to get that service done. And when that happens, you cannot eat that price. You cannot eat that cost. As a business owner, no business owner can eat the cost. So now what happens is the cost is passed on to the consumer. That's not just black-owned businesses, y'all. So I need the consumers to understand something. Every business has an overhead, whether it's the products and services that they're providing, whether it's their rent or the lease that they have for the building, whatever the monthly fees they have for the utilities, internet, telephone, whatever it is. Every business owner has overhead. But when we have to pass that expense on to the consumer doesn't like it. So a lot of consumers look at the cost instead of the value. And they say, well, you know what? I do want to support black-owned businesses, but not at that cost. Well, you got to ask yourself, do you really want to support black-owned businesses? I mean, think about it. If you knew what I knew, and what I do now know, you would be more empathetic to new business owners and growing and aspiring entrepreneurs. So the price has a lot to do with consumers. Oftentimes consumers can't look, like I said, they can't look past the price to see the value. So they will go and get something that's, for example, let's say you got two products. One costs $10 and one costs $20. Well, the $10 product may be less expensive, but it may not last. It may only last for a week, maybe a month. Whereas and then they lost $10. Whereas the $20 product may last for a year or 2 years. And that's just an example. Good morning, Drake. Thanks for jumping on. That's just an example. Now, you didn't save $10 by not buying the $20 product or by not investing in the $20 product. You actually lost $10 that you'll never get back. And then you're going to have to buy the $20 product. So you just lost $10 forever. Whereas if you had purchased the better value, the better quality product, you wouldn't have a problem. See, consumers think differently. Consumers think differently than business owners. So the price has something to do with it. And we look at price and we compare and we say, you know what, I want to get the cheapest thing, the less expensive things, and instead of saying the most cost-effective product. So price plays a huge role in whether you decide and whether many Black people decide to support Black-owned businesses. The next one is quality of service. Quality of service. Wow. Now I'm going to the Black business owners. I need you to start the job when you said you're going to start it. If you say you're going to get there at 8 o'clock, I want you to get there at 8 o'clock or at 7:50. If you say that the job is going to last for, anywhere between 14 to 21 days, I need that job to be from 14 to 21 days. And if it goes over, I need you to actually, brief me, give me a heads up, give me an update on what's going on. See, there's a lack of communication in the Black community, oftentimes between Black business owners and Black consumers, because oftentimes we look at that brown person, that Black person, and we feel like we can associate with them. We feel like we can associate them because we look alike. Has absolutely nothing to do with business. Nothing. because you wouldn't do that with another business owner. I'm flipping back and forth between consumer and the business owner right now. Another thing, don't ask me for a discount. Oftentimes consumers, because black consumers, because they feel familiar, they feel comfortable around that black business owner because they look alike or they look similar, they don't have a problem with asking for a discount. Now let me ask you a question. You go into Walmart or Target, Best Buy, or any other store out there that's been around for years. You go into that store and you're looking for a product. Maybe it's a blender, maybe it's a t-shirt, maybe it's some tools, whatever the case may be. And it has a price on it. Let's say you go in there to buy a shirt and that shirt costs $15. When you get to the register to pay for that shirt, how many of you are going to ask the person that's checking you out, or even find a manager or a supervisor in the store and say, hey, listen, I know this shirt says that it costs $15, but I'd like to know if you would give me this shirt for $10. See, we have to stop haggling prices. You're either going to support that person because of not just what they look like, but because you want to see what type of quality of work they're going to give you, or you're not. But stop, consumers, stop going to black-owned businesses and trying to get a discount. I don't care if it's your sister, your mother, your brother, your cousin, a childhood friend, or a next-door neighbor. If somebody's in business, most times they're in business to take care of their family. That's their livelihood. You wouldn't go to a department store and ask for a discount or a deal. And if you would, I mean, that's on you. But you have to stop doing that. We have to stop doing that. The price is the price. And if you don't want to pay the price, then don't haggle. Find someone else who is willing to do it for the price that you want them to do it for. Think about it. They have expenses just like you have expenses. Many business owners are full-time entrepreneurs or full-time business owners, and they don't have a job as well as a business. So that's how they're feeding the family. Think about that, okay? The next time you ask somebody for a discount or a deal, or hey, you know, can you knock something off of the price? Think about that. We're talking about why black consumers don't support black business owners, and also why black business owners feel led to kind of convince or encourage their community to support them. If you're just jumping on, my name is Eric McKinley. I am the Director of Program Development of National Business Builders, and we're discussing the elephant in the room this morning, talking about things that people don't want to talk about. I know that you probably thought that this was going to be a motivational, inspirational moment. And if that's what you're looking for, this is not it. Hopefully you get some value out of what I'm sharing this morning. Hopefully you're getting some value. Attitude. Attitude is another reason why black businesses and black customers cannot conduct business. As a black business owner, you are looking to grow your platform, your business. Whether you are a traditional business, whether you are an online business, whether you're working from home, whether you're doing network marketing, it does not matter. Treat that individual with the respect that you would want them to treat you. You may not be the type of person that says yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am, yes, sir, and no, sir. But try it. It's called courtesy and respect. It'll go a long way. I'm from the country. I'm from the South. And I grew up saying yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am, and yes, sir, and no, sir. And until that person tells you not to say that, or that's not necessary, I would still say it. Don't assume just because you guys look alike that you can call that person by their first name. That is so unprofessional. Business owners, black business owners, that's so unprofessional. Yes, my name is Eric, but my surname is McKinley. And if you're wanting to conduct business with me, I'm gonna tell you something. What I find most appalling is that somebody looks at me, they look like me or look similar to me, and they feel like we shot marbles together, or we threw rocks in the pond together, or we played ball or play dominoes, or we went to school together and they just know me like that. No, show some professionalism, because the professionalism that you display today is gonna leak over into tomorrow. Word of mouth is the best way you can grow your business, and word of mouth is the best way that you can ruin your business. Think about this. The next time you are concerned or wondering why, and this is just a couple of things that came to my mind. Next time you're considering or wondering why Black business owners are having such a challenging time getting support from the Black community, look at the Black community. Look at the Black community. This is Black History Month. And just because the government, the lawmakers have set aside this month, the shortest month of the year, to reflect on Black history, that doesn't mean you shouldn't practice your history and your Blackness every day. I am a business owner. I'm a father. I'm a husband. I'm a coach. I'm a mentor. I'm a leader. But most of all, I'm a truth teller. And if anything that I said today offends you, well, that wasn't my intention. So I'm not going to apologize for telling the truth. But I am going to say this. Black business owners, if your community will not support you, share your business with those who will. Black consumers, if that Black business owner does not meet your needs, find another Black business owner that will. If not, find a business owner that will. But until we cross the lines and understand each other, until we start understanding why and how and things work, we won't get the support. Last but not least, Cash App, Zelle, Venmo, call some other things out. I don't know. Maybe people will take you more seriously if you had a merchant account. If you had something that you can use to swipe somebody's debit card or credit card. Why is it that we always want to get the cash under the table? That's a conversation for another time. Hey, listen, hopefully you got some value in the things that I shared today. This is the first day of Black History Month, the first day of the second month of the year, the first day of the second month of 2021. I am super duper excited to be talking to you guys this month and sharing some information with you about business, about building business, about personal finances, about business finances, and the structure of your entity. How you're going to actually grow and propel to the next level. Good morning, Miss Valerie. Thanks for jumping on. I'm super excited about it. Hopefully you'll go back and look at this. And if I said something that was improper, please call me on it. Call me on it. I want to be corrected. But if I said something to hurt your feelings, you might want to take a look at yourself, because I don't think I said anything that wasn't true in some different respects. If it doesn't apply to you, exhale. If it applies to you, inhale. Hopefully we can find a way to live together better, to support each other in business as a Black community, and go forth and build the generational wealth that we say that we want to build. A community is not a community. It's not our community if we don't own it. In order to own it, we have to put the money back into our pockets, and we have to circulate the money inside of our circles. My name is Eric McKinley. Like I always say, when you know better, that's when you have the ability to do better. And the only knowledge that's powerful is properly applied knowledge. Like it, share it, tag somebody. And I'll see y'all at the top, because there's too many people struggling at the bottom. Have a good day.